Hi guys, it's Rachel. How is everyone? So if you've watched my channel before, you probably know that I love to read. I love books. I have hundreds of books in the house, but I also love picture books, illustrated children's books. And some time ago, I made a video that you may or may not have seen called My Favorite Picture Books or something like that. I'm going to try to remember to link it below because that was the inspiration for a tag that I came up with because I thought it would be fun for other people to participate and I'd like to see your decks. So in that video that I made some time ago, I basically flipped through a bunch of the picture books that I have in the house. And I also showed a few decks that reminded me of picture book art. And it dawned on me quite some time ago that a lot of the decks I ended up with, I was attracted to because they reminded me of some of my favorite picture books. A lot of these books that the decks reminded me of, I don't own. I wish I did, but some of them, I don't know what they were. I only remember the art, or I remember the colors, or the line work. So let me just give you a few examples. I'm going to try not to show too many books. If you are like me and you love picture books, then watch the video that I'm going to link. Just you can skip ahead like 5-7 minutes because I was rather long-winded in the introduction for some reason. But anyway, if you really love picture books like me, it's basically me flipping through a bunch of picture books. How many times can I say picture books? But anyway, I am a bunny. Oh my gosh, you guys. I want to buy this for like everyone that I own. My daughter just turned 13 and we sometimes still enjoy opening this book and reading it because we're so enchanted with this world. Look at this. Oh my gosh. I want to be there. I want to be that little bunny. Yeah. I'm going to flip through a little bit more quickly. Or like The Knight and the Dragon. I love the art in this book. This is a funny book, but the premise of this isn't, the premise of this idea is purely aesthetic. It's not like, in other words, I'm not going to be talking about, I like this deck because it reminds me of a certain story and what the story means to me. No, it's really just about the art. Maybe the colors in a deck or the line work, or this is going to be so funny. This is purely subjective. It doesn't have to make sense to anyone but you. The color kittens. Oh, this is one of my favorites. This is from the 40s. I love the illustrations from those times. I'm going rather quickly because this is supposed to be about decks, and I did show this book. I did show this book in the other video. What else do I have? May I Bring a Friend? I really, really love the colors in this book. I wonder if I was calling the other books decks. Little Pussycat. Oh my gosh, I love the art in here. Is this, I don't know, starting to become familiar at all to any of you? You know, like, are any of these illustrations reminding you of some of your decks? So yeah, in that video, this is so cute. In that video, I went on at length in the beginning about how I'd been sick a lot, and I found myself just curled up in bed with a pile of golden books, not even reading the stories, because it wasn't even about the stories. It was just getting lost in this world. Mufaro's Beautiful Daughters. This was one I showed in the other video. I would love a deck just with the art from this book. I have very, very strong memories tied to this book. And, you know, when a lot of us were kids, flipping through a book like this was so immersive because you weren't, you know, surrounded by this constant sensory overload like a lot of kids are now. The Owl and the Pussycat. Beautiful. This is like a Baba Studios deck or something, you know? But yeah, it doesn't necessarily have to be true picture books. I have some other examples. Owl at Home. Arnold Lobo, author of Frog and Toad. I love this book. Maybe they're books like this. My daughter loved these when she was younger, like the Trojan Horse. A lot of us probably remember looking through books like this. Maybe you have decks where the art reminds you of, you know, these illustrations and learning about history. Days of the Knights. She loved these books. Wow, yeah. Wow, so cute. Yeah. I think you get the idea. Or even maybe books of poetry like T.S. Eliot and Edward Gorey did the illustrations. I love this book. I love Edward Gorey and I love the poems. They're so funny. I don't have to tell you that we love cats. Or another favorite of mine, Cathedral by David Macaulay. This is fascinating. But anyway, those are some examples. So as I said, it's purely subjective. For example, one of the first decks for me that comes to mind regarding this tag, like I think I'm going to call it picture book decks, is the Rider-Waite, and in this case the Albano, which is my favorite. When I first got into tarot, like a lot of us, I was not attracted to Pamela Coleman Smith's art. I bought the Morgan Greer as my first Rider-Waite Smith deck. But I, at some point, warmed to these images because I realized they made me think of picture books, like books that I read in the library, at school, especially the Albano. It's the colors and it's this facsimile with this grainy line work that just really makes me feel like I'm flipping through a picture book. So if you noticed my my spread cloth here, this is a this is a little I don't know, this little blanket that my mom had got me when my daughter was a baby. And it's really tiny, actually. It's about the size of a spread cloth, but I brought it with me everywhere because I could just put it in my purse. And we love it so much. And my daughter recently found it. She had put it away somewhere safe and she found it and brought it out. And oh my gosh, it's so soft, you guys. I just love it. And I thought that it would be perfect for this video. So the Morgan Greer yeah, I don't know. It's just, I hope the lighting is okay. I feel like it's kind of dark or shadowy for some reason. But I didn't change the lighting in here. Maybe it's this is so white and I'm usually working with a darker background. Anyway, I really hope it's okay. I'm so not used to this. Let's see if I can change this up a bit. Yeah. Let's see if that's any better. Okay, my goal was also to try and not edit this video so that I could just get this posted. The Egorov, so yeah, I showed these decks in the other video. So I'll try to go sort of quickly with some of these. I show this deck all the time. I think I just showed it in my a year of tarot decks. Yeah, I'm like really struggling in the shadows. I'm not used to that. The Apino Tarot. I feel like I show this deck all the time. Like, it makes its way in so many videos, so you can probably tell that it is one of my favorites. But there's just really something about this that makes me think of older picture books, probably from the 30s and 40s that I had. I wish I remembered some of the titles, but it's the colors and it's, I don't know, it's like a soft, cozy deck to me that just brings to mind my childhood and looking through picture books. The Dragon Tarot, I love this deck. Need I say more as to why this made the cut? This was one of the decks I showed in the Cozy Decks tag. I don't know, I loved dragons as a kid, and I still do, but when I had first got into tarot, I wasn't really interested in seeking out dragon decks. And then I was always attracted to this, and I wanted to get it for my daughter. So I did, and she was just kind of like, oh, it's sort of cute, but I could tell she, you know, didn't really feel one way or the other about it. So I was like, okay, that's a sign that it just needs to be in my collection. There's also a book for this that I do not have. Okay. Let's see. Tarot Droga. This one is, it's got this like sensory thing going on for me. It makes me think not just of picture books, but being young and at state parks in Western New York where I grew up, like the waterfalls. We went to Niagara Falls all the time because it was nearby, but it scared the crap out of me. Niagara Falls is just, it's amazing, but it's a really scary place. And it's not just because, you know, the falls are so grand and powerful. It's just, I had so many nightmares about that place. But there was another park that I frequented more often with waterfalls, and it's called Letchworth, and it's called the Grand Canyon of the East, and it's amazing. And I know that I showed some pictures of it in one of my videos. I don't remember which one. But I don't know, when I bring this out, I feel like I can smell the park. Like I smell water on rock and damp earth. And it makes me think of wet chalk drawings, but also picture books. Something about it, maybe reading Rainbow. So I just love that deck. Let's see. You know what? This is really bothering me. I'm going to see if I can remedy this. Use a dark background. Really didn't want to edit this. Maybe it's just me. Like the lighting is not any different at all. But okay, let's see if this is any better. I just don't like to edit my videos because then I can't get them to save on my phone. It tells me I have no space. I know I should try and do it through a laptop, but I am not equipped for that yet. The Medieval Scapini. I also thought about the other one that I have by Scapini, the Beautiful Shakespeare Tarot, but this one is really the one that makes me think of picture books. Okay, yeah, that is so much better. I loved the little quilt, you guys, but it didn't work. It's not really a quilt, but it feels like one because of the way that it's stitched. But I don't know, it just, I wish I knew what the books were that these images are, I don't know, evoking. But I really don't know. I don't remember the stories. If I remembered what was going on, then I might be able to look at this moon card. Look them up. Love this deck. All right. What do we have next? So, like I said, it's completely subjective. So maybe for you, it's a deck like this, the Vampire Tarot by Natalie Hertz. This has a picture book vibe to me. It just reminds me of, I don't know, certain illustrations, a certain style from a certain era. And that's one of the things that I really love about this deck. It's another cozy one for me, even though it's vampires. It makes sense, right? I love this deck. Okay. The Gypsy Witch. This one, yeah. See the dog? It's totally out of an older illustrated book. For sure. And the colors, like this muted palette, is definitely like from a certain era. But this deck is really old. It's a lot older than I thought. I have, oh, it's actually right here. I have this antique version from like, I don't know, like 1904, 1908 or something. I would have thought that maybe this was from the 40s. But it's older than that. See? Totally a picture book. Yes. I'm so charmed. I'm so charmed with the art in here. Like I said, it's just an aesthetic thing. It's just a vibe, if you want to call it that. And if you decide to respond, you don't have to show books like I did, because I know a lot of you probably don't even have any picture books. I happen to, you know, because I'm a mom, spirit cats, obviously. But even if I didn't, I'd probably have at least a few. There's so many that I would like. We have a good collection as it is. But the ones that I showed you just now, and the ones that I showed in the other video, the favorite picture books, those books are never leaving the house. Like we have plenty of books that over the years we have donated so that other kids can enjoy them. It's always hard to get rid of books for us, but trust me, we've gotten rid of things. But yeah, these ones are special. Isn't this adorable? Okay, what do we have next? All right, so this is the Classic Tarot. There's a lot of Marseille decks that bring to mind for me picture books, and especially this one here. I mean, look at these colors. Yeah, I mean, I personally love the older picture books of certain eras, you know, the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, and a lot of these decks just, whether it's the color or the line work or both, just evoke those memories for me. Totally a picture book. Okay. Put this back in its bag. The Spanish Tarot. This is the vintage edition. Yeah, I don't know. Such fun colors in this deck. I love it, the orange and the pink and the red together. So much fun. I mean, I could have chosen, I don't know. I probably could have selected more Marseille than I did. But I was trying to keep this under like an hour long, just so I can upload it easier. All right. Trying not to make a mess. So the Ferdinando Cupa, you guys know this is a favorite of mine. Oh, I just love this. I mean, and I say more with like the big numbers. It's It's so 70s too. Love these backs, some of my favorite backs. I just love the color palette in this deck. I love it. All right. Sorry that I'm so silent. I'm nervous that I'm going to ding up one of my beautiful Marseille decks in haste. The Tarocco Gubenberg also makes me think of picture books. I just showed this one too in the 10 Forever Marseille cards tag by Nova Luna. That was such a fun video to do. And if any of you guys enjoy Marseille, you should check it out and participate, because even if you weren't tagged in it, anyone can join in. The more the merrier. I don't know what it is about this that makes me think of, why is my voice like all gravelly? I think I'm just feeling chill and I'm talking like this. I don't know. It's the end of the night and I've been running around doing laundry and up and down the stairs, and I'm finally relaxing. El Gran Tarot Esoterico. So this one too, I remembered that this one really struck out to me as making me think of my childhood when I got this one. Now, I got this quite a long time ago, and I was slowly warming to the idea of Marseille, but I, like a lot of us, like I wasn't sure about how I felt for whatever reason. Now I think they're beautiful, but I was really attracted to this one. So I want to say that I bought this before I bought a straight up Marseille. I mean, this isn't really, it's a pip deck. A lot of the majors in it are very Marseille, but this uses the Picard minors. It's really interesting, like, you know, swords are water and cups are air, hence the butterflies. But see what I mean? Like, picture book. Look at all this imagery here. A picnic basket, a butterfly, and the colors. Ugh, it just makes my heart sing. Okay. The Jacob Jurger. This is another one that I just showed. This is such a fun Marseille. See, the King of Pentacles, or discs, whatever. It's one of my favorites. Love the checkered floor. I don't know. I'm going to try to go as quickly as I can. We're at like, he's so cute. Look at his hams. Yeah, it's like a fun picture book. Don't you think? Look at these faces. I think I just heard my cat jump down off the bed, and I hope that he's not looking for me. Okay. All right, this one here. I just crocheted this, and I used a different stitch because I wanted this to be more durable. And it works really great. It's just you have to be more careful taking the deck out than say one of these guys. See, a lot of these that I crocheted, they're great. They're so cozy, but I wouldn't say that they're super protective. But this one, I don't know if you can see how it kind of holds its shape. It's a lot more durable. And I love them both. But yeah, I wanted something heftier for the Pipspeak. I mean, I don't really have to tell you why this makes me think of picture books. It's so cute. I could also say the Playful Heart, but I don't have that one yet. I am going to be receiving that soon, though. From Honey Lou. Everyone knows Honey Lou. So excited. This is such a great deck. I love this red for the cups. Oh my gosh. Look at this strawberry. I loved strawberry shortcake as a girl. I have some like milk glass strawberry shortcake mugs. I think you guys know that though. Why would you know that? Because somebody commented about it. Oh, I think they were up here in this room because we had like a bunch of kids over and I didn't want them in the cupboards and like breaking things. I think they were in my, they showed up in my room tour video. All right, I think, let's see, how many more do we have left? I'm trying to go as quickly as I can here. All right, so this one here, the Etruscan Tarot. This is so fun to me. This just does make me think of picture books, like maybe those discovery books I showed you, you know, like history books for kids about the ancient world. I don't know. It just does. I mean, obviously, these are more inspired by actual art from the time, but it just does. I love these little historical decks from Lo Scarabeo. They're very cozy to me. I love the Egyptian one too. I know I keep saying I love this, I love that, I love, love, love. I'm not, yeah. I can't really find my words very well tonight. But this is just supposed to be for fun. It's not supposed to be, it's not to be taken too seriously at all. So, what am I worried about? The Yonasa Yaus. I chose this edition. I don't know. There's something about the colors in here that, yeah, like these plums and purples and oranges that make me think of some of the art that I loved in books from the 60s. Like this here, especially. That's one of the reasons that I really was smitten with this deck. Yeah, this color combination. Oh my gosh. Right? This. And, you know, the knights in here are fantastic. Which you get a lot of that in, you know, picture books like fantasy or, you know. What else do we have? Okay, this one here. Let's see. This is so funky. I love this deck. I'm obsessed with this. This is called, it's a Grimaud deck from the 80s, 1982, I think. Yeah. Oracle Alma Boss. I don't know how to say it. This is so funky, and I've been playing with this. I was just so intrigued. And I also like that the explanation book is in French, but also English. You have like these significator cards and, It's this really funky oracle. But there's something about these landscapes. Look, there's Niagara Falls, that make me think of a lot of the books that I was flipping through as a child. You get a lot of like repeats, but all of these are different. So anyway, I love this deck. It's so cool. Let's see. This is like William Blake, right? Yeah. Anyway, it's so funky. And it makes me think of being a kid and flipping through illustrated books. I don't know. The Botticelli. I mentioned this in the favorite picture books video as well. This, I mean, I love Botticelli, but this makes me think of Disney's Sleeping Beauty. I had a book growing up of a companion book to the film, and I loved it so much. There's pictures of me with the book. It was much bigger than this golden book here, but Sleeping Beauty is still one of my favorite Disney movies because of the artistry in it. It's just, every frame is an absolute work of art. And a lot of the landscapes in here, the atmosphere, you know, these woods that they're in really call to mind for me the landscapes of Disney's Sleeping Beauty. And I find this very immersive, and I'm a little girl again. Who wouldn't want to be there? It's so gorgeous. I mean, I hope that some of you join in. Hopefully there are other people who love picture books like me and can think of a few decks that make them think of their favorite books. They're like, oh yeah, maybe that's why I chose some of these decks myself, you know? And yeah, I'm going to try to remember to link my other video, because I don't know, it was probably maybe my favorite video to make. Navigator's Tarot of the Mystic Sea. This is one of my favorites. This also makes me think of Fantasia. I don't know why, you know, the Stravinsky, The Rite of Spring. This makes me think of Stravinsky anyway. But now that I think of it, like, also something about the colors here. But yeah, this makes me think of maybe some fantasy, sci-fi books. I don't know. Maybe this one not as much as others. Maybe this really makes me think more of classic sci-fi and stuff. I don't know though. I mean, I think it's the colors. Really like drawn into this world as you would be flipping through a picture book. The Robinwood Tarot. This one too. Oh, it's so pretty. I don't know why. It just is. It's a beautiful Five of Cups. Yeah, definite picture book vibes. Right? Did I show all of the decks that I meant to show? I think I did. But yeah, again, I know I keep repeating myself, but purely subjective. Doesn't have to make sense to anyone but you. I would love to see your picture book decks. So I think that'll about do it. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.